So, Joe and Murr are still tonight's big losers because since I made my last video on the terrible allegations against them, I have found out there is quite a bit more that we should go over and discuss. I found this whole mega thread in the Impractical Jokers subreddit that adds on to what I already discussed in the previous video and also reveals some new information. Most notably, we'll go over Joe's stuff first because on top of the one allegation that I talked about from Juicy B, the girl who uploaded the TikTok saying he assaulted her when she was 19. There was already one accusation before that, and she was the second woman to come out and accuse him of inappropriate behavior, which then led to another TikToker here in a re-upload because it's since been deleted.
I got sexually assaulted by Joe Gatto.
She is not lying. I can't believe I even have to come on here and defend this woman, but I felt like I need to share my side of the story because if I stayed silent, I would feel like absolute shit, especially if this were to ever end up happening to another young girl.
And I recommend you go check out this mega thread yourself to go through all these videos to form your own opinion because each one is like roughly 10 minutes or more longer, and obviously I can't show the whole thing of every single one because there's like 3 of them. But she came out to support Juicy B's situation, and then also these girls came out to share their story.
Hey guys, we're gonna talk about our experience with Joe Gatto.
And each one of these girls are showing their own evidence and backing up their own claims of Joe just acting inappropriate and overall being a terrible person, which supports the claims made by the initial girl that I talked about in the first video. But then there's this one too, that she's claiming Joe Gatto groomed her when she was 15 on Snapchat.
Hello, my name is Mandy, and when I was 15 years old, Joe Gatto from the Impractical Jokers groomed me.
And that's not even the only underage grooming allegation that came out, because there's another one here, another re-upload, because all of these have since been deleted, much like the initial one. A bunch of these accusations have been taken down or deleted by the original posters. Some of them because they're receiving death threats and whatnot. I just want to point out, I'm not saying since they took it down that disproves and throws their claims out the window, but this one says you're just thinking it's a small thing that happened, and it goes through all the evidence of, you know, saying that she was underage and Joe acted inappropriately with her and whatnot, all these messages. And Joe actually has responded to not everything, sorry, but he has responded to at least one of the sexual assault allegations, saying that he's working on himself and it's an ongoing process. Quote, "I have used poor judgment and as a result have violated the trust of the people I love most," Gatto said in a statement. "But anyone who knows me at all knows full well that I wouldn't assault anyone. Working on myself is an ongoing process, and I'm now going to take some time away from the public eye to focus my energies where I need to." And if you know anything about these situations where someone does something shitty, if 9 times out of 10, if they're stepping away from the public eye after accusations and allegations and evidence like this comes out, it means that they've done something shitty. Maybe not exactly what the claims are saying as bad as they're claiming, but they've done something bad enough to step away to try to take the heat off of them. Once again, though, these are all allegations. Nothing's proven, set in stone, or whatever. And it also turns out that Murr liked the one I just showed you from the Imgur repost. Murray liked that upload about Joe grooming an underage girl. And to wrap up the Joe situation, apparently there have been like screenshots and stuff that came out of Juicy B claiming that her allegations are fake. It's none of your business what I lie about or what I don't lie about, and I can't go forward now and tell everyone I did mean half of it anyways. And then she calls his fans the R word of his, "will be on me forever because I kinda lied about him, like fuck off, it's none of your business anyways." And these are screen recordings, as you can see. So just had to throw that out there from the initial claims because that's a pretty important piece of information from the first video I made. But also I want to update the Murray situation because in my first video I said that all the the Facebook messages I showed you were part of the first girl's claims that Murray was being inappropriate with her when she was underage, but it's not. It's a completely different situation that happened in back in 2012. But I showed you these. I showed you the scrolling through here when she was 16 and he was 36. And like I said in the previous video, they're not explicitly, doesn't seem to be any nudes exchanged or anything, or any super bad things, but it's a flirty manner that you definitely shouldn't be having with a 16-year-old and is absolutely inexcusable. And here's some more evidence from the Facebook messages of Murr showing that his account was created in 2007 and that he's in a relationship with his wife and whatnot, just proving the validity and whatnot. Here's some more evidence as well, saying that this is the winter of 2012. She was 17, he was 36. Just a bunch of pictures of them being together, and like an alarming amount of things with them being together at all the conventions and whatnot. Same night in the photo, Murr bought me and my friend, also 21 at this time, drinks. And this is the final piece of new info here. It's a voicemail apparently from James and Joe to the underage girl. Random mutes are Murr and Joe saying, shouting my name. I muted it as I don't want to be known by my name or face. They say it a lot. And this is the one of the things he asked me to delete / not post.
You know, because we're not on the air right now, that's why. Forgotten all about it, I forgot you. You moved on. We're from the TV show Impractical Jokers, remember? Remember that one? What are you talking to John Stamos right now with somebody?
Yeah, so that is all the new tidbits of information there. Pretty big stuff on both sides of the coin. Definitely definitely more on Joe's side. But still, both of them are not being portrayed in a very good light. Still, radio silence on Murr's side. Joe has the response that I showed you of him working on himself and stepping away. But other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.